Hello YouTube and Transformers fans, Gundam fans and the likes. Hello, back again for another review, but something I've never done before. Now, I've reviewed Transformers and Gundams and on my website, Pacific Rim, many other things, but I've never reached into a market that's always been there, but not one that I've ever really been able to afford or really had any desire to go into. And that is third-party products. Now with Gundam you have the likes of Dragon Momoko, who will make all different kits that they aim mainly at ones that fans really want, especially in the USA. And in Transformers there are many different companies. But recently there's been one that caught my eye. And I've decided finally to dip into this market and see what results that we get. So I'm proud to present to you the brand new... Oh, gonna have to frame up for this. Unique Toys Peru Kill. And if you know about this figure, you'll know exactly what this is and what's coming, what's expected here. Others may not know, so let me just get straight into it. This is their take on Transformers Age of Extinction Lockdown. You can see it comes in this nice box. Mine's unfortunately got a bit of damage down here, but I'm keeping the box nonetheless. It's amazing quality. You have loads of logos down here that I've no idea why they're there. Optimus I can see there, but Deadpool, it looks like Black Panther, Iron Man, no idea, and Wolverine? I don't know why the hell they're on there, but I don't know. Are they saying he's as good as them? He's a bounty hunter. Who knows? This real nice image of him down here. You come around the box. There's his Lamborghini. I think it's Aventador, is it? I could be wrong. I'm not really up to date on Italian cars. American muscle all the way for me. And there he is with his nice big gun head. And another view of the side. Nice view of the back of the box. For whatever reason, Steeljaw isn't actually shown here. Nor another one of his accessories I'll get into, but they are there, they are included, and people saying that they want them to be left out in exchange for a cheaper price. I don't think even if they left them out you'd get a cheaper price, because they really feel like afterthoughts. That's really my impression of them. But anyways, enough of this box. Let's get on to Peru Kill himself. Should come Peru Kill Lockdown. I'm going to call him Lockdown. He is essentially Lockdown. So, open up the box, simple enough tray, 3 sections. Instructions at the bottom, which I don't need. I've seen enough videos and stuff of this that I know exactly what I'm doing. The duster. So, let's angle down just a little. There we are. And get into this. So he comes nicely in this tray. And you have here his Steeljaw, who we'll get into. First, his little baggie of accessories. His big BFG. And, of course, Peru Kill himself. And just in this vehicle mode, the absolutely stunning amount of detail on this. You have clear lights up front, you have this nice grille panel, all nice and sleek, and in here you can even see the disc brakes are painted. You have the indicators on here, come around the side, the indicators at the back, clear red lights. Some splitting down here that is unfortunate, but I'll get into why that is as we move to robot mode. Turn him over, and you can see some of the robot guff, but it's all nicely compacted. And I will tell you that he does turn out about nearly twice the size of this vehicle mode when he gets into robot mode. It is very amazing how much he compacts. So getting him down just another bit. Very bad to get my camera angles right. So, we'll just take this gun, getting a look at it here. Lots of nice detail up front, all these different golds, silvers, gunmetals, a wash on it, some silver around here. All this detailing far superior to the Hasbro version, which at the minute is inaccessible to me. Do have them somewhere, but long story short, can't find the fucker. Anywho, so as you saw, this metal hook here, and it is metal, there is some die cast in this as you would expect from Masterpiece figures. And this plastic one, so you flip down the plastic one, back here, you can just tap that in and leave that looking really stupid, as it did on his Hasbro version, but you know, it's a carryover. And it's really just simple storage. Something we're all quite familiar with by now. So take that off of there because it's never going there again. I'll set him here. I'd rather right here and show you Steeljaw, and you'll see right away exactly what I mean about him being an afterthought. When you look at the detail of this, and then you come into this, dog whining in the background there, come here. Ah, she's alright. You can see that he's just, he's actually no better than the Hasbro version, other than he is articulated. He has ball joint legs at the front here, and a nice joint here back and forth, ball jointed feet, ball jointed head, and an opening jaw that is very stiff on mine, but your mileage may vary. He's got this nice rubber set of, well, it's meant to be the fur from on top of him up there, ball jointed rear legs. He's got this nice joint back here, and ball jointed feet again. And that's really all there is to him. He's okay. Yeah, he looks pretty good. He's nicely scaled. And then you can see that peg there on the top of him, that very unsightly thing. Taking this and folding up that plastic handle again, there's just a slot under here that this can tap in. Now, that actually looks okay. And if he is meant to be one of his hounds, you know, he could probably be carrying that about the nightmare ships somewhere. On top of his bone grinders, brain blinders, flesh peelers, chromosome inverters, catatonic sludge, black hole trapdoors, and of course radiation. Also, in the features here, you have this little thing, and you might be wondering what that is. Well, it has two features. It is both a little knife and his infamous claw. From the original animated series, it was a key feature, so of course he had to have it in the films. And there's just a little tab around the side here, and this slot on the gun that this just goes into. Just clicks in nicely, and that also adds for storage. Setting Steeljaw out of the way completely. The only other features are this optional face mask, which I'm saying right now I will not be putting this on because it is very tight and very hard to get on and off. You can already see in there just some wear and tear on that peg. Not doing it, not risking it, not breaking this boy. And then you have the seed, which I might add some paint to because there were all these nice blue and dark gunmetal details on this when you saw it in the film, which aren't on it here. So before we get into transformation with this guy, the last thing to do is some vehicle size comparisons. So I have here the Takara Movie Best Optimus Prime, and the two of them scale really nicely together. So yes, he is around about, I'd say he's just above Voyager size, just below. He's like a nice midpoint between leader class, that's the word. Why did Masterpiece come into my head there? Oh yes, I'm saying that next. He's a nice mid-grade between leader class and Voyager, because if this is Leader Optimus. This is Voyager. And I'm pretty sure Lamborghini is not that size. But I hear tell that the masterpiece Optimus Prime is a little bit smaller than the Revenge of the Fallen leader. So he's probably roughly within that scale range. The only feature here on Lamborghini mode is these little wing mirrors, which they rotate, because you need them to rotate inwards for transformation, and that is actually the first step, which we're getting into. These are removable and you can parts form with them, but I'm going to leave them on because, as people have said with my other reviewers, your mileage may vary. Mines are really, really stiff. They are very hard to get off, very hard to put on to where they store away, and very hard to get off again. And considering these are very soft, easy to rotate plastic, I do not want to break them. So I'm just going to leave them like that. And we'll start into transformation at last. So you come around the back here, and there's a very strong tab in here that you just have to... Ow! Yeah, you'll see that a lot. This bastard rips up a lot of skin. He is very, very tightly connected together. So there's that tab, just in there. And now you want to come around to the legs, and from here you are untabbing this bit here. So just hook in and pull this whole section away. And you do the same on this side. There we go. And as you do that, these little bits are spring loaded. They will fly up, which is what that little noise was you heard there. So don't worry, there's no breakage there. It is just pieces coming together so that you don't have to do it yourself. Barry Scott style. So down here you have this little piece you can see on the door. You just fold that up in here, and that will make part of his toe at the front. Do the same on the other side. Now you take this bit here, and from back here we are going to separate this and hinge it down. And again, same on this side. Now as you come back here, this is difficult to sort of work around because you need this loose, but the only way it really clears this properly is getting it back into its starting position. So you really have to just work with it to get enough clearance to bring out this panel here, which comes out on this ball joint. So once you do get that clear, you bring it right the way down, and there's a double hinge here. You fold this around and you close these up together. Bring it up, and now this is where you'll see one of my only complaints with this figure. These tabs, on some people's they're very loose. On mine they are so tight I cannot get the bastards in. I've not been able to. I'm probably going to have to shave them down. I've not done that yet. I wanted to do the review first. So I'm just going to leave it like that because I've tried many times and I'm just going to waste time trying it again. But once you've got that done, you just flick this heel up, bring this down, and you've pretty much got a leg done there. There's only a couple more bits to do with the leg. So you're doing the same around this side. You're getting your clearance here, getting this out, fold this around, snap it in, bring this around, bring those together, and fold this heel up. And I'm going to leave them like that for now. Looks like some kind of... I don't know why I did that. Having a bit of fun. So you come around the front, you can see this bumper is on a nice double hinge here. Just flick that up and work it up to just about here. Leave it like that. You come down here to the bottom, you have this piece in the waist. We'll just bring this up slightly, give me a bit more room to work with. There we are. Yep, just here next to these missiles. You fold this down, and as you do that, you saw there the arms spring out. There are spring loaded pieces in the center here on either side of the arm, just to push them away. so that they help dislodge them as you are transforming it. Again, a nice little helping feature. So you bring these arms all the way up here and just leave them like that for now. And yep, just making sure that's all nicely lined up. There we go. Okay, so as you come up here, you'll see there's a big hinge on the bonnet. You want to bring that back until this bumper meets the windscreen. And then you want to take these windows, which are under here, you can see on a nice ball joint in here, you want to rotate them down just 90 degrees forward. Then you want to take this hinge in here that you can see splitting already, just pull it up and bring that back nicely. As you do, you're going to want to take this bit that the legs are tabbed into, just unhook them. Now this is again another strong tab, so bear with me. Ah, got it, and ripped up more skin. Look at me. Ah, got it. Okay, now we've got that on tab, you bring the legs down, take this piece and rotate it back here. And as you're bringing these up, you're going to want this slot in here to meet this tab. Just like so. There we are. And then down here, you have these two tabs are going to meet with these, so just rotate this around until those meet. There we are. And now we can complete the legs. You take these, just rotate them forward, and as you bend the knee, you want to rotate this back 5 clicks. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring this up to here and bring it back down. And that's one leg done. So again, rotate this around. 5 clicks down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and down. And now his legs are done. We can stand him. So we'll set him back and come up to the rest of them here. These windscreens, you can see they have a tab on the inside. It's going to fit into here. So just rotate those in and peg them down. Now we're getting into the arms. So you want to take these on this hinge here. Now this rotates out and comes up until it locks. You'll hear a nice click. That's it, just there. And do the same on this side. And head. Head comes next. That's what she said. So you lift this whole panel up, and as you're doing so, you want to open this center piece here. I'll just show you on camera. This center piece moves so that as you bring it forward, you can maneuver this head. Just show it in view there, in there, just up out of the way. And as you bring this down, bring this back around, you can see that's spring loaded to bring it more to the forefront, and you want to bring it down and just snap it into place. It'll all lock together nicely. And then just in here there are 2 pieces. You just want to flip these around. Now we're starting to take shape. These arms that you want to bring down, just like so. Rotate them down here. Now there are 2 rotation hinges on this arm. You want to use this one here, grabbing this piece, and it helps it just get this bit out just a little bit shy of 90 degrees. Turn it here, and as you bring it towards where this tire is, there is a little tab on the inside here that you're just going to lock that into. And that is one of the most difficult ones to dislodge for transforming him back. And now his hands, you can see with how his thumb is here, you want to bring it down. Bring his fingers down, bring that thumb around, and then just give them a little bend. and turn them around to the front. And the last thing to do is up here, you want to rotate these missiles just a little. They'll only go so far anyway. Bring these ones around to the front and just turn them there. And you're going to do the same on this side. So bring that arm down, bring this out just a little, bring this forward, snap it into place, and get this whole shebang sorted with this hand. Turn that around, close it out, sort out the missiles. There you have Unique Toys Peru Kill transformed in his absolutely amazing, too big for my camera robot mode. Let's see, can we move this back just a little? There we are. I am going to have to be very uncomfortable for this review. And what to say about him? He is absolutely amazing, and you are paying the equivalent price of a masterpiece figure for this third-party figure, and it really pays off. He is just exactly what you would expect if Hasbro had done their own masterpiece version of the character, and really the devil is in the detail. There are a lot of metal parts to this, and when you bring him up close here, just seeing all these paint washes, you have what would be the disc brakes just in there, and you've got them in here as well. Bronze missiles, the blue lights, all these little silver and gold and bronze pieces here just painted all over the figure. And not just the front, also the back. You have the lights where they should be, these pieces folded up. Well, the bottom of the feet don't really look that attractive, but you're not going to see them much anyway. You have the back lights back here. You have this really nice spine that actually does come out of it. And the only real thing that you can see on this that does look a little bit distracting and out of place is if his arms are way up, you can see right through him. But apart from that, he is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. And now for size comparison, and I did say that he does get pretty damn big. There he is. And here is my original Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. They're standing at the same head height, and Optimus's bulk is only in the amount of kibble he hides away. Lockdown has none. Absolutely nothing. He transformed from that very small Lamborghini into this. Step up your game, Hasbro. And again, here he is next to, just precise comparison, that thing, which is, it's a pretty good transformer, but it is not this. I see why so many people go third party, and you can't see it because of the light, but I can see this nice amazing silhouette behind here, and it's not coming up on camera, and I really wish it was because it looks phenomenal. If I had a second camera, I'd be snapping pictures of that right now. Well, let's not pussyfoot around it anymore. The thing you want to see is what he can do. So we'll get into my favourite feature of him, which is the claw hand. Just rotate this around here. Bring this up. And you're just basically transforming this back. And into, we'll take this claw here. You can see just there in this little peg hole, you're going to fit this. And it lines up nice and snug. And there it is. One claw hand. Fitted to Lockdown, and it looks absolutely amazing. He's going to be imprisoning Optimus with that, or chucking him into a giant concrete silo. So, next feature he has, which I do like it, but I just think it's too big. I always thought that about this one. I always wish we had gotten his other gun instead, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers. It is what it is. So for him to use it in robot mode, you want to flick this piece down. And in here, they actually give you this secondary tab to help push on this, but everything seems to serve a secondary feature because that tab does serve another feature. So that's it lined up for robot mode. You have this tab in here that's going to go into his arm, and then this slot that his hand is simply going to go through. Bring this down, line his thumb up like so, just slot this through here, and there is a tab hole on the arm that this is going to go into. And with mine being as stiff as it is, he can hold that no problem. Now his feet are very loose, so that is the only problem, is the weight issues. But when you get him up nicely, he can hold it. But that's not how Lockdown was ever holding it. If you ever see him in his concept art, he was originally holding it folded out from his arms, much like so. So we'll set him like that. That looks phenomenal. I really like that. And then you get on to the feature with it, which I'm really not so keen on. But, you know, it was a key characteristic of him, so we'll have to show it off. As much to my slight dismay it is, because it was just stupid. Bite the bullet on saying that one, because most people think it's the coolest thing about him. Flip out this metal bit again, flip this bit down, and as I said, this tab serves another purpose. It's going to go into the back of his head, up in here. So bring him up here, and just line those bits back up. Try to bring this up a bit, keep him in focus, and we're going to, this gun is spring loaded to move forward. Let's get this over his head. It's just locked in there, but then this metal bit comes back and can tab into there, so you're not wearing down that joint, and that's it. Gunhead Prime Hunter. Yeah, I think they would have been pushing it to call him Prime Hunter, but as cool as that would have been, you'd be facing a hefty lawsuit from Hasbro for something like that. So, as these can store on steel jaw, whoops, there he goes, that would be those rocky feet. So again, you just peg those on there, and then on his back, there are these two slots that were used for holding the legs in, but they also serve to hold the gun. So you just line it up, there we go. And he's probably going to fall again. Yes, he is. No, he's not. We've got him. Bring this back down, bring this over, there we go. Sorry about that. Now we get on to the last thing with him, articulation. So his arms come all the way up, all the way down, all the way around. Did you expect any less? He has double jointed elbow, really nice motion in there, and here is that second rotation joint down here. And then his hands are every which way, as you've probably expected. Double jointed fingers, ball jointed thumb. He has a head that goes up a little, down quite a bit, rotates but not much. His chin from either head will always catch on that. He has a waist pivot, sort of. It's actually just below the waist. You can hear a clunky noise there. That is this big metal waist skirt, which you can move, and the clunking is coming from these spring-loaded pieces that, as you turn, they actually close up. I actually quite like that. They have integrated so many things that actually move out of your way to help you easier pose this figure while keeping it movie accurate. So, down to the legs, And you do have really good knee joints. You want to sort of bring them forward so that they separate to help you get into this really nice, almost double joint bend, but still really good. And then line them back up and bring these back up and rotate that all back down. His feet are on this really nice pivot. They can go forward and back. Back more than forwards, but still nice. Range of motion in him there. His legs can come about that far forward. And if you move this piece all the way back, just bring it down. You have rotation here as per transformation. And it's very stiff. So no real ratchets apart from the knees, which is good, only because his transformation is so complex that if they had had added ratchet joints, any slight misalignment would have resulted in many of these going back to unique toys. At least that's my guess. So what's my final opinion on this amazing figure set? Well, you can probably tell from the word amazing on the get-go that this is exactly what I think of it. Yes, he is amazing. He is absolutely fantastic. I'm really glad I went and bought this. And for many people on the fence, get off the fence, get over it, get this figure before they sell out, because you will miss out on something absolutely phenomenal on masterpiece scales here. Not only in its size, but in its worth, in its quality, in its complexity. There is no two ways about it. 9.5 out of 10 from me, only because there are minor nitpicks, things that could have been improved with just one more go over with the figure, such as the separating knees, but they are part of articulation as well. The stiff joints in the head, the feet falling forward, and these bits down here being as stiff as they are. But those are all things that your mileage may vary with them. You know, your version may be different from mine and such, in a way that these two primes I have over here are very different from each other despite being exactly the same figure. The one in truck mode is currently the most difficult of the two for me to transform. This one I can transform back and forth on the fly. He is no problem. The other one, not so much. But that's really where your mileage varies. Things change from figure to figure as they are moulded. Some are better than others. So likewise, your one may be better than mine as a later production version, or it might be an earlier production version and suffer more problems than mine. Who knows? End of the day, if I was to recommend this, yes, absolutely, wholeheartedly. You deserve to treat yourself to something like this if you are a Transformers fan with the money. And the money I paid was £100 from Kapow Toys. Thank you, Kapow Toys. This is brilliant. I love it. And I'm sure everyone else you've sold them to loves them as well. So, link in the description below. I will be putting up loads of photos of this figure once I get the chance to take them. And I'm probably going to put up more over time because I love it so much. So, if you have it, enjoy. If you don't, get it. That's the last I can really say on this. Goodbye.